السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. جينا فيديو جديد النهارده يا جماعة، وهنشوف مع بعض فيديو حديث الشارع العالمي كله. المنتخب المغربي بيظبط حضوره في كل دولة بيروحها، في كل مسابقة بيروحها ما شاء الله عليهم. الناس كلها بتنبهر بيه. لما راحوا في قطر يا جماعة مونديال حققوا نجاحات كبيرة، والناس في الشوارع طلعوا هتفوا للمنتخب المغربي وكل لعيبة المغرب يا جماعة. وبنشوف برضو في الآونة الحالية اللي احنا فيها الناس كلها منبهرة بالمنتخب المغربي، والشارع العالمي كله منبهر بالمنتخب المغربي يا جماعة. تعالوا مع بعض نشاهد الفيديو ده عشان لنا تعقيب مهم جوه الفيديو آخر الفيديو بإذن الله.
Cup of Nations is once again doing what African football does best, commanding global attention. But here, this AFCON isn't just being watched anymore, it's being studied. Over the weekend, the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, landed in Morocco. This week, they studied the host not for footballing talent, but for security, infrastructure, and organization. An African football tournament drawing up lessons for the world's most powerful nation. That's it. A delegation from the FBI toured the Moulay Hassan Stadium, one of the venues hosting the AFCON matches, and the feedback, the Americans were impressed. Impressed by the security systems in place, the crowd control mechanisms being executed, and the technological integration that's being seen inside the stadium. Now, why does this matter? For two very important reasons. Here's reason number one. When one of the most influential countries in the world comes to Africa to learn, that's a moment of validation. Not that Africa needs that, but this is for the world to finally see what Africa has been trying to show all along. And let's be honest, the United States does not have a history of seamless hosting of large-scale multi-nation football tournaments. Take a look at what I mean. And with the FIFA World Cup fast approaching, America is leaving no stone unturned. They want best practices. They want real-world experiences, and Morocco, right now, is providing that blueprint. Let's go to reason number two. Morocco has been under the microscope. Yes, their football has surged dramatically, but their organization has faced criticism. And then there's the bigger issue. Morocco has invested billions of dollars into infrastructure ahead of the World Cup. That's the irony. The same investments are now being praised globally, from architecture to seating capacity to transport connectivity. Morocco's stadiums are being discussed as global benchmarks. Let's talk about the crown jewel here, the Grand Stade Hassan II. This is not just a stadium, it's a statement. The capacity is about 115,000 spectators. That's the amount who can come in and view the largest football stadium in the world, a roof designed like a giant festival tent. Inspired by Morocco's cultural heritage, a seating structure engineered to deliver a fully immersive experience. This is African identity fused with world-class engineering. And the impact goes beyond football. These stadiums are driving rail upgrades, road expansions, urban development, which is why Morocco's rise matters far beyond its borders, because Africa has never lacked talent. What it lacked was infrastructure and visibility. Morocco is changing that narrative, not just on the pitch, but off it too. Sure, it hasn't been perfect. There have been lapses. There have been mistakes. But if this AFCON has proven anything, it's this. African football does not run away from its problems. It tries to face them. And Morocco is trying to become the symbol of that evolution. A nation learning in real time, improving under pressure, and turning scrutiny into strength. The FBI's visit isn't just a headline, it's a message. Africa is no longer just participating in global football, it is trying to shape it. Morocco's AFCON journey tells us one thing loud and clear: respect is no longer.
How important do you believe also, Mr. Ambassador, President Trump's role was? Because obviously we know the United States was a big supporter of this.
I think the history will remember that it's President Trump that was the first head of state of great nation to recognize the sovereignty of Morocco on his Sahara. He's the first one as leader to believe that there is peace. Others are believing that there is obstacles, conflict, and confrontation. He's the first leader in the world to believe that there is a way to hope and unity, reconciliation in our region. Others are just looking back and still stuck on old stories, old realities. And he's the one who really pushed the Security Council from its comfort zone. Because in the Security Council, members were all the time adopting consensual resolutions that are keeping the statu quo. Thanks to President Trump, the statu quo is over. He wants peace. He wants to reconcile neighboring countries, Morocco, the main party is Morocco and Algeria. And he wants to give opportunity to the people who have been suffering during 50 years in the camps of refugees to go back to their villages, to meet again with their families.
That's extraordinary when you think about that.
It's thanks to him. But I would like to say something else. It's a symbolic repetition of the history, because Morocco was the first nation to recognize the independence of the United States more than 2 centuries ago.
That's right, such a rich history.
And now it's the United States, first permanent member of the Security Council, big nation, Western countries, to recognize the sovereignty of Morocco over its Sahara. It opened the way for other countries to follow him, France, UK, for the autonomy, Germany. Many other countries are recognizing now the autonomy as the only feasible solution to solve this regional dispute over the Sahara.
And that was, of course, what they said.
To His Excellency the President. And just one word on that.
Absolutely.
You know, His Majesty the King was keen to mention the name of President Trump as the friend of himself, of His Majesty, and the friend of the people of Morocco, because it's thanks to him.
في عالم يشهد تحديات أمنية متزايدة، يبرز المغرب كنموذج رائد في تحقيق التوازن المثالي بين الأمن والسياحة. لقد استطاع الحموشي ومؤسسات الأمن المغربية بناء شراكات دولية قوية وتطوير منظومة أمنية متطورة تضمن سلامة المواطنين والزوار على حد سواء. إن إنشاء مركز التعاون الأمني الإفريقي في سلا يعكس الطموح المغربي للريادة الإقليمية، بينما التقنيات الحديثة مثل الكاميرات الذكية وأنظمة التعرف على الوجوه تؤكد التزام المملكة بالابتكار في هذا المجال. هذه الإنجازات الأمنية لم تقتصر على المجال الداخلي فقط، بل امتدت لتشمل التعاون مع دول عديدة في أوروبا وأفريقيا والعالم العربي، مما جعل المغرب شريكاً استراتيجياً. كل هذا انعكس إيجابياً على القطاع السياحي الذي شهد نمواً متزايداً، حيث وصل عدد السياح إلى مستويات قياسية تجاوزت 8.
It is an honor to join you for African Lion, the largest joint multinational exercise on this continent. This exercise reaffirms our shared commitment to regional security and stability, and there's no better partner to host it. Now in its 22nd year, I want to extend a special thanks to our host, the Kingdom of Morocco, for their exceptional and enduring commitment to this exercise. Our partnership with Morocco, it's not new. In fact, it is one of our nation's oldest and most treasured relationships. Morocco was the first country to officially recognize the United States of America in 1777. And as we prepare to celebrate our 250th year of independence, we're reminded that this remarkable friendship also celebrates its own.
الفيديو بتاعنا النهارده انتهى. شفنا مع بعض حلقه مميزه وحلقه قويه بتتكلم عن المنتخب المغربي والحفاوه اللي الناس بتستقبل بيها المنتخب المغربي. المنتخب المغربي له باع طويل في البطولات العالميه والبطولات القاريه، وكل حدث هو بيدخله لازم يثبت وجوده. لازم يثبت وجوده، لانه هو محقق ثالث مركز، يعني محقق الثالث في العالم في كاس المونديال 2022 قطر يا جماعه، ومحقق كاسب بلد زي اسبانيا بالاسطوره لويس انريكي اللي كان بيدرب منتخب اسبانيا وقتها، وكسب الجيل العظيم برضو يا جماعه. كان في اواخره برضو كان بدايه تفكك الكره في اسبانيا لحد ما نشأوا جيل كله حديث دلوقتي صغير، منهم يمين يامال واولمو ولوبيز الى اخره يعني يا جماعه، من الشباب اللي بقت كويسه في المنتخب الاسباني. انما المغرب دلوقتي ما شاء الله عليهم محققه، يعني لسه محققه كاس افريقيا ومحققه بطولات كتير جدا في على صعيد المنتخبات من الاشبال للمنتخب الكبير يا جماعه. فاحنا لازم نبارك للمغرب ونقف معاها عشان انها تحقق بطولات زي ما حققت في الفترات الماضيه من ماتشات كبيره عملتها جدا. وان شاء الله احنا مستعدين ان احنا نشوف كره تبهرنا كالعاده من المنتخب المغربي يا جماعه. ما تنسوناش من الدعم بتاعكم، من اللايك، من الاشتراك، من الكومنتات. وفي نهايه الفيديو حابب اقول لكم سلام.